Now it's my privilege to recognize Joshua Marcuse. Mr. Marcuse is the president of Young Professionals in Foreign Policy, which he also founded, a nonprofit dedicated to inspiring the next generation of America's foreign policy leadership. He is a consultant at Booz Allen Hamilton, supporting clients in the Department of Defense, and previously was a research associate at the Council on Foreign Relations. And I learned tonight that his office was 60 paces away from Ambassador Lyman's office, so it wasn't a fresh name to him. Mr. Marcuse is an associate of the Truman National Security Project and the Council on Emerging National Security Affairs. His honors thesis, The Arsenal of Democracy in the Age of Terror, evaluating the effectiveness of military assistance as a counterterrorism strategy, received the Chase Peace Prize. And Ambassador, Mr. Marcuse,
Thank you all so much for coming this evening, and thank you so much to all of the student movement for this beautiful, it really is actually very beautiful award. But at the end of the day, it's just a plaque. It's just a piece of cardboard. What makes it special is why I received it and who I received it from. I think there are 4 reasons I can think of why this is really special to me. The first is because it's associated with Princeton Lyman, who, when I worked at the Council on Foreign Relations, there are, I don't know, you probably are pretty familiar with the Council on Foreign Relations. There's a lot of really, really smart people there. But Ambassador Lyman really stood out as someone who symbolized integrity and public service. That was really what everyone who ever met or worked with him thought of him and thinks of him in his career, and he always had his door open and was very welcoming and supportive of all the young people there. And to receive an award with his name on it, for me, means a ton. And the second reason why this award really is so important to me is because of the other recipient of Scott and of Atlas Corps. Atlas Corps is an amazing organization, and when I think about what Scott has accomplished in Colombia, in India, in Kosovo, bringing all these people together, it is so humbling for me to be on the same program with someone like Scott, and that smart people on the board of the student movement thought that what we're trying to do with YPFP is on some level worthy of being recognized on the same plane as Atlas Corps, makes this award mean a lot to me because I really have so much respect for Scott. And the third reason why I'm so touched to be here is because this award is from Saul. And all of you are here because you respect Saul and the student movement and what this organization has accomplished. And to give you a quick little story, I was walking down K Street, coming from a meeting, going to a meeting, and I had my BlackBerry out, and the phone's ringing. I'm trying to do all this stuff, and Saul called, and I stopped everything I was doing to take his call because I know that when Saul calls, it's something important. And so he said, "Josh, SMRC is going to be doing a fundraiser. We're going to be giving out an award. It's going to be the Princeton Lyman Global Leadership Award." And I was like, "That's a great idea, Saul. What a great way to put it together. How can YPFP help? We can help promote it. Like, do you have any suggestions? I can help you nominate someone. Like, this would be a great thing for us to work on together." And Saul was nonplussed for just a fraction of a second. He's rarely at a loss for words, but he said for a moment, and then he's like, Josh, stop talking for just 1 second. The award is for you." And I didn't know what to say. I was so amazed. I was so surprised. It was the last thing that I expected. Saul is someone that I go to for guidance and advice because he made the transition from having a high school organization to a college organization to actually having a nonprofit with an office and employees. And I'm so impressed with what Saul does, and he and I have spent many nights crying into our beers together, talking about how hard it is to do this stuff, but how worth it is. So the third reason why this means so much to me is not because it's silver and shiny, but because Saul Garlick and his organization gave it to me. And the fourth and the most important reason why this matters to me is because I am accepting this on behalf of everyone in Young Professionals in Foreign Policy, many of whom I'm deeply flattered came tonight. We have our volunteers here tonight. We have our board members here tonight. We have former speakers here tonight. We have our members here tonight. And there's nothing that I could accomplish in young professionals in foreign policy without them. It is a great idea. It is a powerful idea that we will bring people from different communities and sectors of the foreign policy community together and help shape them into the foreign policy leaders this nation will need to face the challenges ahead of us. That's a great idea, but it's just an idea without people to make it a reality. And so this award is for them. And so as a leader of that group for the last 4 years, this matters to me, not because it's pretty and it will go on my resume and my bio, which it will, but because I can go to my volunteers, my members, and say, this is the validation and the recognition that you have deserved for so long. Wow. This is someone saying to you, we see what you're trying to accomplish with YPFP and we believe in it too. And this is worth doing, and you should do more of it. And when you do this and you try hard and you do it well, people like Saul and Scott and Master Lyman will recognize it and appreciate it. And so I'm going to tell everyone about this for those 4 reasons, because it has Ambassador Lyman's name on it, because Scott got one too, because I got it from Saul, and because I didn't earn it, because I work with brilliant, amazing people who earned it, and this is for them. And so thank you all for coming, and I want to close with one request, which is I want you all to give money to SMRC. He really didn't, and if I go too far, you can wave and I'll stop. But there are things that you can say as the founder of a nonprofit who's not raising money for his own nonprofit that you can't say when you're in Saul's shoes. So I'm going to say those things he can't say because I know what it feels to be him. What he's doing is terrific, but it only works when there's the lights are on and the rent is paid and you can actually put paper in the copier, and $5 or $10 or $15 or maybe $200 on one of those pretty pictures out there would really help Saul do that. And so as much as our moral and emotional support and endorsement of his mission and the time that all of you put into organizing this event and that you will in the future, as valuable as all those things are, nothing replaces cash. So please make a contribution. This is an important organization which I'm proud to be associated with in any way, particularly in this way. But please think of how excited you are to be here tonight and how inspiring Saul and this organization is and all of you. And when you're thinking that, actually take the checkbook out. It's worth it. You'll feel really, really good about it sometimes. I'm going to do it. So. Anyway, thank you so much for this and for everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you all around town.
Well, you heard from an award recipient, so if you find your envelope, please do be generous. That I really didn't put them up to that. That is flattering, and thank you so much, and have a really wonderful evening.